All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Episode 1, Speak Before You Think, with your boy James T. First ever episode of Speak Before You Think. I recorded 17 minutes and I can't hear shit. So, take two. This is going to be a sports based channel. Go over some debating, overreact. We're going to do some NBA, some NHL. Try to leave out that baseball shit, you know what I'm saying? To like the World Series, game like 7, when it gets important. So let's get to it. I'm thinking we start with Dallas Sunday night. I'm a Cowboy fan. If I'm biased, the comment section's there. You can talk shit. I'm good. I'm not gonna take it to heart. Um, I don't think I'll be biased though, because I'm not one of them. I'm sure they all say that. A lot of my friends are NFC East enemies, so they let me have it enough. So we're gonna talk about who to blame for that Cowboy game, for their loss. Dak, the refs, McCarthy, blah blah blah. I'm thinking McCarthy. I think that not kicking the field goal when it was obvious to kick the fucking field goal, and he didn't do it, and then he went for it. I don't know. Questionable. I think that he's afraid to say it because honestly, if I was Jerry Jones, I'd just fire his ass if he says what I'm about to say, which is I think he thought the game was tied. If he thought the game was tied, even though it won't justify it completely, I can understand him being a little more ballsy, having some kahunas, to make that call and try to show the team that he trusts them, whatever. Anyway, that's that. I do think the Rams are good. They play great. Jared Goff naturally is a good thrower of the football. I think that they are average to above average. They definitely can make some noise and beat some good teams this year. So I don't want to say that Cowboys just don't look good. Blah blah. The Rams looked good. Made some tight throws and some tight windows on third down. It was a difference in the game, really. So I don't want to overreact too much. Week 1, I think Dak was a little inaccurate. Like I said, I think this week 1 was like ultimate preseason game for a lot of teams. I think some other teams did show true colors and will never change. For example, we'll move off of the Cowboy Rams game to just some points that I want to make. I think the Jets suck. I think they've always sucked. It's not Sam Darnold's fault. Adam Gase is terrible. That's why Jamal Adams wanted to leave. Le'Veon Bell made the biggest mistake leaving the Steelers. They can't figure it out. He just got hurt, Bell. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I think the Browns suck, and I think they're gonna suck until someone says to me, "Hey, the Browns don't suck anymore. Look," and can show me a record or something that proves to me that they're good. I'm done. I don't want to hear about them anymore. Odell Beckham, it is not his fault. Odell Beckham's a superstar wide receiver. I saw with my 2 eyes what he can do. It doesn't. He's one of the best receivers in the league, talent-wise. Numbers go, I can't blame him for having a Browns organization that can't put anything together for any superstar or any quarterback. So forget it. Baker, I think Baker's issue right now is partially with the coach here. When he drops back to pass and he tries to make a play, I think he doesn't have throwing lanes, and I think he's trying to create them, and I think he's having trouble. He's holding the ball too long, and it's just not working. So I didn't want to overreact too much. Like I said, I just want to say that those two teams just suck. they're gonna suck until like I said, you show me they don't. So I'm done. I don't even want to. Jaguars don't want to overreact, but I think they got a little lucky. You know, whatever. We'll see. The Niners had trouble with the Cardinals all game. This wasn't like spur of the moment thing where they got lucky and like that. No, the Cardinals are legit. Kyler Murray's legit. He's not Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers level, but I think he can get. I don't even know if he's Deshaun Watson level, but I think he has a nice ceiling. A nice ceiling. Niners weren't impressive strictly defensively. They weren't impressive as they were last year. I think that DeAndre Hopkins was phenomenal, and that's what Kyler Murray needs, a superstar like that, to complement him because he can't do it on his own, like a Russell can, or like Aaron Rodgers or something. Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, those guys can really take over the game by themselves. Kyler Murray needs a bit of help. Bucks Saints game, I'm not going to chalk much up to that game other than Saints are ready. They've been ready. That's the same, system. They've been running for years and years, and the Bucks are just starting something new. Brady was a little off chemistry-wise with some of the wideouts, but I think that all gets tightened up. And I think that eventually it's going to get to the point where when they play next time, it'll be a closer game. I don't know who will win. I don't know how far down the line it is. I will say that if they do meet in the playoffs, it will be something to watch because no way the Bucks will put on the same show they put on in Week 1 they will in the playoffs with Brady and Arians. Gronk knows the deal. Mike Evans, if he doesn't keep trying to play on this hamstring, maybe he'll be fully healthy. Godwin looks great. So it'll be a different game. I'm not saying that the Bucks are going to win, but man, it's going to be a heavyweight matchup if that's a playoff matchup, and I would love to watch it. I'm sure everyone would, really. So Russell Wilson, let's move on to that game, Seahawks-Falcons. He was flawless. I mean, what was that? I mean, we know he's great, but I think he had like 3 incompletions and one of them went off of Metcalf's hands. I mean, he's putting on a clinic. He's going to put on a clinic all year long. He's my early season MVP. I don't even know who's going to, if he keeps doing that, forget it. Seahawks, whew, just because of him. And Metcalf's great, but man, Russell's unbelievable. Lamar Jackson, unstoppable. Browns had no shot. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, this guy is Michael Vick on steroids. I mean, and I'm not dissing Vick because Vick was amazing, but this guy, Lamar Jackson, is just ridiculous. To see a Super Bowl, Seahawks, Ravens, Wilson, Jackson would be so electric. It would be electric. Yeah, Mahomes too. But the excitement with the scrambling and everything during that game would be crazy, to say the least. So I didn't go over the Monday game, Steelers, Giants, Broncos, Titans. Steelers, Giants game, I felt, to make that short, I felt Steelers were in control the whole game. Scoreboard didn't really do justice for how that game was, but Steelers were in control. Giants are still building. You can see it. Love that Jason Garrett's over there. But no, on a serious note, they got stuff to work on. I don't think that they'll be a contender at all until maybe next year or the year after. So they're just building right now, respectfully. Steelers look good. Big Ben looks really good. He got in his groove, I think, maybe about halftime. Man, he really got in a groove. That guy, Johnson, he had a miscommunication with him in the beginning, but after that, they were on another level also. Juju looked great. I know James Conner got hurt, but that guy Snell could run. So, maybe they put Conner on the sideline for a week or two, let this guy Snell carry the load. I think that's a possibility. That's a fantasy sleeper, by the way, for all you fantasies. Which we have a fantasy sleeper section coming up in a moment. Short. So, Titans, Broncos, right. So, that game was sloppy, in my opinion. Wasn't really. That was like preseason, football. Titans kind of did this whole thing last year also, and they don't crazily blow people out or whatever, but they know how to win games. Mike Vrabel's a great coach. Tannehill gets the job done, and Derrick Henry just completely annihilates everybody he runs into, punishing people. So they're going to continue to just keep feeding him. A.J. Brown, is phenomenal also. So I think Titans are still going to be in a good position. They might beat the Texans in that division. I don't think anyone's scared of the Texans. Not because I don't know what it is with them, man. I like Deshaun Watson a lot. He's phenomenal. I just think there's something wrong with that offense. I don't know what it is. Get rid of Hopkins like that. That was weird. Anyway, so moving on. Let's do this fantasy sleeper real quick. Like I said, Tony Snell. You got as a pickup. You got Hines because Marlon Mack got hurt. You got Boston Scott. I don't know when Miles Sanders is coming back. We got Bell that just announced today that he's fucked with a hamstring on the IR. But I'm not a fan of Frank Gore, and I'm not a fan of the Jets, like I told you earlier. So I'm not sure if I'd pick a Jets guy, especially a backup, to try to save your Le'Veon Bell spot, which really Le'Veon Bell's like a flex, at this point. Biggest mistake of his career leaving the Steelers. He would have been. It's honestly sad. I'm upset for the guy, really. Anyway, so episode 1, Speak Before You Think, with James T. I'm going to be hitting you guys with about 1 or 2 episodes a week. Subscribe. Comment, do whatever you want, talk shit, say something to me. I'll hit you back maybe on stream. I'm going to have some my friends on the stream as well, or on the channel, debating, talking shit. It's going to be cool. We'll see where it goes. I'll tighten some things up. I'll try to work on looking at the camera a little bit so you guys like looking at my fucking eyebrows or something. That's it, man. That's it. I appreciate you guys giving me the time. I know 20 minutes is pretty long. I'm gonna try to cut it up before I post it. Anyway, much love. Like I said, Speak Before You Think, episode 1. Boom.